My mother took our old 8mm video footage from when I was a kid, from the Christmases and the Easters and the about from the birth canal to today. Actually, she always had those big bright lights going and the 8mm running. And a few years ago, on my Broadway video, Gaither's company put together all those home movies. Now, my mother actually did all this, dialogue she's doing. She didn't do it for the video. She did it for her grandkids. And when I saw it, I said, well, stick it in the video. And it's hidden in there. Some of you may have the Broadway video and you've never even found this. Well, I'm sitting on the back porch and I'm bored and I was looking at it and I thought you might want to see it. So here are my home movies. That shows you how bored I am.
Daddy had to remake the projector. This is Colorado, this is our honeymoon. We're walking out across. Something happened. I can't believe this.
And there's our honeymoon cottage.
We bought that house before we took off before we got married, actually.
Actually, we went out there and worked in the yard before we got married.
When we bought that house, the weeds were as tall as the window.
There's little Mark. Let's get the show on the road here. Somebody give me a push. There we go. Watch old Mark crawl here. He keeps those knees off that grass. This is the way to do it.
Well, he's not done. He didn't like that quickly over the grass.
Well, Mike loves his brother. Look at him kissing him on the shoulder. And
He's
hug.
kissing and hugs him, but
Mark
Mark says
said,
enough
"That's
is
enough."
enough.
And here come the sleepy-eyed boys. Christmas time. Mark must be about 18 months here. Look at Mark throw this down here now. You see if it'll bounce. There he goes. I thought that was a great thing. Now we're throwing in Easter.
This is the year that Mark threw his hat out the window as he drove home from church.
He didn't like his hat, so he threw it out the window. And Mark is looking at his basket and Mike's basket, and he realizes that Mike has more eggs than he does. He'll throw a fast switch here on Mike in a minute.
Well, Mike thinks Mama pulled it, but watch closely and you'll see Mark take him away.
Mark believes the hand's quicker than the eye. Now watch closely, folks. Mother thought she might kind of even up a few eggs. And then Mark says she's going to hold on to show him. Look at this. She's trying to take eggs out of that basket. She's putting eggs. Now Mark says, "Hey, I'll take this basket." Mike says, "No, you got my basket." Mark says, "I believe I'll leave." "No, thank you, I'll leave."
Took off with it. There's no Mark coming down the stairs with Papa. Easter, let me see, 1962. Well, I'll tell you what, they're picking them up and putting them down. Mark, Mike, and Tommy on that side. Notice the bottles. We didn't have canned drinks. Okay, this is a birthday party, and you see who the king is, don't you? Mark told me that year he wanted a crown. He wanted a crown. He was 4 years old. So I've made him a crown. There's 4 candles. Uh-oh, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. There you go. There's our babies. We put those sides up every night because we were so afraid y'all would fall off and hurt your head. About to fall out of that bed. So we had Mark's side against the wall, and we put the the rail up so Mike wouldn't fall out. We took it down for a minute so we could take a picture. Well, we got the rail up on both sides here. But that side of the bed's pretty close to the wall. Getting tall. Growing up. Mark. There's the swimming pool out there. I looked up one day and Mark was taking off his life jacket. He was out on the deep end diving board. I said, Mark, you can't swim. I said, you can't swim? And he said, yes, I can. He wanted I had to take him down the shallow end to show him that he couldn't swim. But he was swimming by the time the day was over. We're sorry the projector makes so much noise, but that's the way it did in those days. Yeah, and this is the year you got those cars. Mike had asked for that car, and I said, well, I can't afford them because they were real expensive, and I'd have to buy 2. So December the 24th, I was in Kmart. It was a brand new Kmart, and they had overstocked that year. The battery alone for that car was $14.95. And while I was waiting in line to check out, I heard them come over the speaker, and they said, we have an overstock of toys. If you're interested in some toys at a good bargain, go to aisle 5. So I took off for aisle 5, and they had those cars, and I got each one of them for $14.95, and they had a battery included inside. So that was a great day. Great, made it an extra special Christmas. Dr. Peter prayed over my boys many times and asked God to take care of them and make them servants of His. And I believe God answered those prayers.